7 with a couple of sacrifices, but he swings and he grounds one through the middle, a base hit. Campbell around third, he'll be waved home. Jacob deGrom's first hit of the season produces a run, and the Mets are back in front 2-1.
Well, the Mets might now set a record for the least amount of sacrifice hits during a season, as their hitters are just going to swing free. And another ribby.
Went to Stetson as a shortstop in Florida, so he could do this.
There you go.
And Campbell's going to score. DeGrom helps his own cause. Terry Collins said, "The heck with the bunt. I know he could swing it."
Rivera at third, Rivera at second.
And that's pulled to the hole, a base hit for DeGrom. Rene is in, TJ right behind him. Markakis' throw, and Flowers unable to come up with the ball. 2-run score on the play, and the Mets lead it 9-3.
What happened to Flowers there? But TJ Rivera able to go behind him and score without a tag. DeGrom drives in.
1962, there was the great Casey Stengel addressing his troops in spring training. Jacob deGrom lifts one to deep left center. Back in the gap goes Taylor at the wall.
It's out of here! Jacob deGrom with his first Major League home run. In his 177th at bat, deGrom goes opposite field and ties the game.
DeGrom hits one to shallow center, and that falls for a base hit, and the Mets take the lead. Reyes trots in to score. Jacob deGrom drives in his 4th run of the year, and the Mets lead 2-1. So a couple of blue pits in the inning by Duda and
up the middle, DeGrom's got a base hit. Here comes Rosario around third, challenging the arm of Inciarte. One hop throw goes to the backstop. Mets have tied the game. DeGrom goes to second. He's driven in the Mets' first run. It's 1-1.
Well, like Zach Wheeler the other day in Pittsburgh, if nobody else is driving in the run, do it yourself.
Fastball away. Met pitchers swing the bat. Ball's hit solidly. Inciarte really charges hard, but overthrows the cutoff man.
DeGrom slaps one toward the hole. Baez has no play, and the Mets have the first run of the game. How about that? Using Jeff McNeil's bat, DeGrom has his second infield hit of the night. Frazier scores the first run of the game, and it's 1-0 New York, and it's DeGrom who drives it in.
Well, they had a shift on, and that hole was wide open. Baez was playing more up the middle, and really just puts it in play. So two interesting things there. Baez playing up the middle.
And Jake lines one to right. That's a base hit, and will tie the game. Bruce is in to score. DeGrom with another 2-hit game. And again, he drives in his own first run. And it's 1-1 in the 5th. This guy's just amazing. A 2-out RBI hit for DeGrom to get the Mets even.
Just a hanging breaking ball right over the middle after he threw a fastball by him, and DeGrom stayed on it. Interesting, Puig in right field was not ready for that ball. Did not
pitch on the way from Richards. And DeGrom, it's a high fly ball to deep right. Back goes Herrera. He's in front of the fence. That ball is gone! Into the Mets bullpen. Jacob deGrom rips his second career home run. And the Mets take a 2-0 lead here in the 3rd. That was borderline a no-doubter as deGrom pulled it deep into the right field line and into the Mets bullpen. He almost hit his own face on the LED screen that's right in front.
And DeGrom hits one toward the middle, base hit. Lagares to third, he'll be waved in. Jacob DeGrom matches Hamels with an RBI hit. And now the Mets lead 3-1. Third RBI of the season for DeGrom. And the Mets have 3 straight hits from the 7, 8, and 9 hitters to produce 2 runs.
Well, these Mets pitchers can hit. 2 strikes, they're good at even putting the ball in play. Bodie doesn't have great range at second base and wasn't able to keep. Hamels thought that he should have caught this, but it went right by him. Hit too hard by DeGrom. Yes, too hard to hit.
Jake has a home run and 3 RBIs this season. Batting here with the bases loaded and 1 out. Now trying to add to his lead.
And the curveball lined into center field, a base hit. Davis is in. Frazier being waved home. Brinson's throw goes to second. DeGrom drives in a pair with a base hit, and the Mets lead 4-1.
Well, first pitch fastball was up, and then he came back with a slider. And this one was right down the middle. And DeGrom with a line drive up the middle. Sitting like on a tee for DeGrom.
Jacob DeGrom leads off, flies one deep to the gap in left center. Back goes Ortega. It's out of here! Jacob DeGrom ties the game with his 3rd career home run. Power on the mound, power at the plate. DeGrom gets the Mets even.
That's not a bad pitch. It's a little up, but on the outside corner, certainly.
What an answer. You give up one, you hit one.
And Jake slashes one to left field for a base hit, and that'll bring in the game's first run. Davis scores. McNeil to third. He'll be held up there. Opposite field double for Jacob DeGrom, and the Mets have a 1-0 lead. You put him in the 8-hole like a hitter. He delivers like a hitter and gets himself a run.
Look at this. Cut and slash. Belt high, level. He had pulled off the first at bat and his first swing and the second at bat, and then he went down the left field line.
First extra base hit of the season for DeGrom, who gets a run for himself. His 5th hit in 9 at-bats. He now has a 5-game hitting streak going back to 2019. And DeGrom rips one to the right for a base hit. Peraza's going to be waved around. The throw to the plate by Reddick. He's safe. Jacob DeGrom, MVP. He drives in a run to make it 3-0 New York. There is nothing this man can't do.
Well, smart hitting here because Jacob got nothing but curveballs and couldn't even bunt it. And so first ball, fastball hit. Why not?
Ahead on DeGrom 1-2.
And he lines one to left field for a base hit. McKinney is in. Peraza being waved home. He will score. Jacob DeGrom drives in a pair, and it's 3-0 New York. All night long, the big crowd has been chanting MVP, and DeGrom keeps giving them reasons to keep yelling.
Just a little cut and slash here, but 2 strikes, Gary, off a tough lefty. Remember, lefties were hitting 115 off of Snell. And boy, the Mets have just kind of blown it up, and Snell saying he's kicking himself for that balk.
10 hits on the season. And he rips one. He's got 11. And that one brings in a run. A hard turn. DeGrom will settle for an RBI single. He is simply amazing. What a great at bat. His 11th hit, his 6th RBI. 2-0 New York. Hey, that was a good pitch.
Down and in. That's where he likes it. He's something special. That's all there is to it.
I hope that kid 50 years from now is able to tell his grandkids that he watched Jacob deGrom play.
It looks like deGrom is going to bat for Addison Reed. Jacob deGrom just 1 out of 13 at the plate this year. The Mets realistically do not have Cespedes available. There was a spot earlier in this game when they might have used him and did not. And the only other bat on the bench among position players belongs to Rene Rivera, the backup catcher. The 1-1. Swing and a pop-up to the right side of the infield. Rojas, the second baseman, jogs in, makes the catch. Side retired, but the Mets do send 8 men to the plate.
There goes deGrom. Grandal's throw not nearly in time, and deGrom steals the base.